Okay.
Hi, I'm Carrie.
I'm Ann.
I am Ann.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Kathy.
All right, so this speech today is how to communicate with your elected officials. As a child, we got these unicameral update magazines in the mail, and I used to page through there and get to the end, and there's a section that's called Contact Your Senator. And I used to ask my mom, what does that mean? And I remember her saying, we don't do that. Somebody else does, but we don't. So I had no idea that 15 years later I would have a career in public health, and part of that would involve contacting elected officials as a part of my job. So this is important to do because they are here to represent us, and if we don't communicate with them, they can't represent us to a high quality. So it's our responsibility to have a relationship with our elected officials. So we are going to discuss the 4 steps to communicating with elected officials, and this is a process that I found works well for me. So the first step is gathering information. And how do you do that? If you go to the Nebraska Legislature website, there is a Find Your Senators button, and you can easily contact or find the contact information for your senator via that route. You want to find your senator, and on there you can find their contact information. You can find the committees that they're on, you can find the district that they represent, and it gives you a little listing of the priorities that they are focusing on and such. And you want to do this because it gives you a perspective as to maybe what angles they take when they're looking at different issues. The second step is organizing your points. The last thing that you want to do is overwhelm your senator and come in with a whole list of things that you want to address. So if you can narrow your topics down to 1 or 2 points, it's better. And then you want to do a little bit of research on those 2 topics, because you want to make sure that if the senator comes and asks you a question back, that you can at least answer a very simple question or 2 about it, because then it proves to them that you have prepared and that you know what you're talking about. So the third step then is deciding what method of communication you're going to use. And you can make an appointment by calling their office. You can go face-to-face. You can write a letter. You can send an email. If you want to develop an ongoing relationship, face-to-face is probably better. But if you want your communication to be used in the record for future reference from your senator, then writing is better, because they keep a file of the communications that they receive. And then once you make the contact with them, you want to be polite by following up with a thank you note. You want to thank them for their time. You want to restate your points very briefly, and you want to be respectful. Even if you don't see eye to eye on all matters, you want to be a decent person to them, and you want them to know that you appreciate their service to you. So in summary, the 4 steps are gathering information, organizing your points, making the communication, and then doing a follow-up thank you. And so the next time that you get a unicameral magazine in the mail like we did yesterday, you can go ahead and contact your elected officials with confidence. Thank you.